Hello everybody, this is Kyle Tomson with Tomson Burnham Real Estate. I am a real estate agent in Salem, Oregon, and this is my Living in Salem YouTube channel. I've lived in Salem for 25 years, and this channel is all about sharing what I know about Salem and the surrounding areas with everybody watching. As you're watching today's video, if you like what you see and find it helpful, click on the thumbs up icon or write a comment. YouTube relies heavily on these metrics when deciding which videos to promote, so it helps others find us. And if you know someone who might be interested, please share it. In today's video, we're going to be covering the pros and cons of Silverton, Oregon. This is the second in our series about the pros and cons of some of the smaller cities surrounding Salem. Silverton is a picturesque city that sits on the eastern edge of the Willamette Valley along the foothills of the Cascade Mountain Range. Silverton is a small city, but it offers a lot to its residents, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. I've got a long list of pros for Silverton, the first and foremost being access to Silver Falls State Park. This park sits just 15 minutes away from Silverton and features over 5,000 acres, 50 miles of hiking trails, including the 9-mile Trail of 10 Falls that indeed has 10 year-round waterfalls along the trail. Throw in a small swimming lake, playground equipment, a snack bar, not one, but 2 waterfalls you get to walk behind, and this park just isn't a pro for Silverton, it's a pro for the state of Oregon. The second pro is downtown Silverton. You would be hard-pressed to find a cuter downtown. The Silver River runs right through downtown, and there are shops, restaurants, and coffee shops all along the river, all located in historic buildings. Silverton also has more than 30 murals displayed in public spaces throughout the city. There are so many that in 1992 they established a mural society who maintains them. Silverton also has a farmer's market. There are over 30 vendors who sell hundreds of locally grown and made products. This has become so popular that in 2018 they expanded to an indoor winter market so they could go year-round. They have been named the best small farmer's market in the state. Silverton is a tourist destination in its own right for its murals, downtown businesses, and farmers market. The third pro of Silverton are the amenities around Silverton. For a town of only 9,800, it is remarkable how much they have to offer. There are 2 large grocery stores, including a brand new Ross, a local high-end grocery store. There's also a Wilco for any gardening or home improvement needs. They have 5 vets, a city library, a community pool, several large city parks, and last but not least, they have a hospital. And this isn't a small hospital. It has 48 beds, a family birthing center where my own son was born, and they just completed a $35 million expansion of the emergency room. This is one of the best hospitals in the Willamette Valley, and is located in a city of 10,000 people. So Silverton may be a small town, but it has the amenities of a much larger city. The fourth pro of Silverton is the Oregon Gardens, located just outside the city limits. This is an 80-acre botanical garden. It has over 20 themed gardens and is home to the only Frank Lloyd Wright home in the state of Oregon, the Gordon House. They even have a water garden, which is a maze of paths and bridges. There is a Christmas light show featuring over 1.5 million lights and an authentic German Christmas market. One of the interesting things about the Oregon Garden is that it was originally built as a way for the city of Silverton to recycle its wastewater. The entire garden uses wastewater and no drinking water supplies, one of the few installations in the United States to do so. The last pro for Silverton is its festivals. There are festivals running throughout the year. In April, they have the Silverton Poetry Festival, the Wine and Jazz Festivals in May, the Strawberry Festival in June, the Homer Davenport Days and the Silverton Art Festival in August, and of course the Christmas Festival at the Oregon Gardens, featuring one of the largest Christmas light displays on the West Coast. There are a lot of festivals to attend in Silverton. We've covered the pros of Silverton, so now let's talk about the cons. The first con of Silverton is highway access. There isn't a direct way to get to Interstate 5. You have to traverse country roads for about 30 minutes to get to Salem, where you can eventually hook up with the interstate. So if you commute to work somewhere along the I-5 corridor or need to get to the Portland airport on a regular basis, you are adding significant time by living in Silverton. The second con is median home prices. Silverton is a desirable place to live, and the home prices reflect that. Silverton has a median home price that is over $30,000 higher than Salem, one of the highest in the Willamette Valley. Interestingly, though, right now, Silverton has more months of inventory than any city in our MLS. So it'll be interesting to see what effect that has on home prices moving forward. The last con of Silverton is interesting because I think for a lot of people, they might consider this one a pro. Sitting about 200 feet above the city of Silverton is the Silverton Reservoir. This 65-acre lake is the water source for the city of Silverton and is a popular spring and summer recreation area. They also stock the lake with about 20,000 trout each year, making it a popular fishing spot. No gas-powered craft are allowed on the lake, but you will see a lot of folks with fishing boats or kayaks. So how could this possibly be a con? Well, the dam creating this lake is considered a high-risk dam. The reason it's considered high risk is not because the dam is in a state of disrepair. It's because if it ever does fail, the city of Silverton will be inundated with water. Downtown Silverton sits in a canyon, and so if the dam breached, there would be nowhere for the water to go but through downtown. It literally would be a 20-foot wall of water racing through parts of the city. Now, while this is certainly a possibility, it is also very unlikely. Because it is considered a high-risk dam, the Army Corps of Engineers inspects it each year. And I have read through every inspection report over the last 20 years. In 2004, when they started inspecting the dam regularly, there were a number of issues that were pointed out that needed attention. But the city has been diligent in taking care of any issue brought to their attention. Over the last 5 years, the reports have been glowing, with the inspector routinely commenting about how well the dam is being run and maintained. So while there is risk, it's about as low a risk as the city can make. I mean, no city is without risk, be it a tsunami hazard or a fire hazard or a flood zone or whatever. Silverton has done everything they can to mitigate its risk. And that, folks, are the pros and cons of Silverton. We've got a few more cities to do, so stay tuned for more videos like this one. I'll see you next time.